The Israeli Foreign Ministry says the attempts by members of the flotilla to challenge its maritime blockade of Gaza is over. They say that all boats have now been intercepted and boarded, except for one boat that they say is suffering from mechanical failure and is still at sea. But if it were to head to Gaza, it too would be intercepted. The Foreign Ministry called the flotilla that is attempting to bring desperately needed humanitarian aid to Gaza provocation yachts, and they called the blockade of Gaza lawful. Now, all of this began late on Wednesday night when Israeli naval commandos began boarding the flotilla boats. We understand that the Navy used water cannons on the boats, and organizers say at least one flotilla boat was rammed by the Israeli Navy. However, there have been no injuries reported. The hundreds of activists, lawyers, members of the European Parliament, as well as journalists that were participating in the flotilla have all been taken by the Israeli Navy to the port of Ashdod, where they will be processed and eventually deported. Of course, that includes activists like Greta Thunberg, as well as Nelson Mandela's grandson. Now, there have been other attempts in the past to challenge Israel's naval blockade of Gaza that has been in place since 2009. We saw flotillas challenging the blockade as recently as June and July. Those were intercepted by the Israeli Navy. Activists were arrested and eventually deported. However, this was by far the largest flotilla ever assembled to challenge the blockade of Gaza, and the Israeli military acknowledged that intercepting it would be a uniquely difficult challenge for the Israeli Navy. Now, this interception has drawn widespread international condemnation. Turkey's foreign ministry called it an act of terror. Colombia's president said that in response to this interception, he is expelling Israeli diplomats, as well as canceling a free trade agreement between Israel and Colombia. We also understand that Italy's largest labor union will hold a one-day general strike tomorrow, Friday, in solidarity with the flotilla. We also heard from the UK Foreign Office. They are demanding that the humanitarian aid that the flotilla was trying to bring to Gaza, they're demanding that that be given to humanitarian organizations. And they have added, it is the responsibility of the Israeli government to resolve the atrocious humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Blake Sifton, SABC News, Tel Aviv.